Alright, this video has been sponsored by me, and only me. You ready? If you found this video, it's not a coincidence. There's a reason. It's 2026. Are you still writing the same chapter of the book from 2025? Are you still writing the same story? If you are, I advise you to throw that pen away, throw away the ink, throw away that paper, throw away that book, and recreate a whole new story about your life. 2026. Don't worry about your sister Susie. Don't worry about your brother Charlie. And don't worry about your dog Fluffy. Worry about you. Because 5 to 10 to 20 years from now, you can only blame that one person, that one you see in the mirror. That's it. You know, that's it. It ain't no leprechaun gonna come knocking on your door. There's no angel gonna come falling out the sky for your rescue. You're the only one that can save you. You're not seeking validation from nobody, okay? And to be honest with you, nobody, 99% of people don't want you to do better, you know. At a subconscious level, they may say it and somewhat kind of mean it, but their deep-rooted subconscious beliefs, it hurts them to see you do better, you know. There's very few people, you know, that want to see you do better. If you're one of the very few that celebrate other people doing well, doing great, you know, that's a special gift. You should be proud of yourself. You should look in the mirror with a smile on your face. You should go to bed hugging yourself real tight. You should be proud of the person that you became. You're not envious. You're not hateful. You're not a fake. You know, be real with yourself. The average person suffers more in their mind than they do in reality. Think about that. You know, if you sleep 8 hours a day, that's 33% of your life, you know, in the bed. If you work 8 hours, that's 66%. You know, 10 hours a day, if you sleep in the bed, you know, that's 41%. 100 years from now, everybody that you know, including yourself, won't even exist. So whatever kind of problem you have is not that serious. Find a solution to the problem, and if you can't, whatever you can't control, don't even think about it. Is it easier said than done? Yeah, absolutely. But can you do it? Yeah. So you might want to look at your calendar and see what year it is. It's 2026. You might want to look at yourself in the mirror, close the bathroom door, and ask yourself, are you proud of the person that you have become? If you're 20 years old, where has the 20 years went? If you're 30 years, what have you accomplished? If you're 50 years, what have you done? Are you just wasting time? Are you just wasting life? Or are you creating a legacy? Are you creating somebody that other people will feel proud of reading the story that you're creating about your life? Are you creating a legacy to leave to somebody out there to say, wow, I know that person, or I knew that person, and he, she did this, that, yaddy, whatever, you know? Feel proud of who you are. And if you're not proud, write a new chapter. And here's another thing. Stay away from toxic people. Don't make them mad, but keep them at a distance. And let me tell you another thing. If you got friends that are toxic and they got bad habits, you might want to change your friends out. Eventually, you'll get the same results that they're getting. And if you got bad friends, it's the same thing with them, you know? So let that marinate for a little bit and think about it. You know, Jeff Bezos always say, slow is fast, fast is slow. You know, the turtle always wins the race because the turtle's got a plan. You know, if you don't have a plan, it's like you're already planning to fail. Nobody plans to fail, but they fail to plan. And the person without a plan, you could be flying in the sky with a jumbo jet full of fuel, but no compass, no GPS, no map. You're lost in the sky, right? Think about it. Slow it down. Now, if you're in a yacht, biggest yacht money can buy, but there's no GPS, no map. You know, you got your tanks are full of fuel. But will it run out? Absolutely. You're lost at sea. my friend. All right, you can have the best body a person can, build over time. But your mindset doesn't have a plan, doesn't have a GPS, doesn't have a map, doesn't have a goal, doesn't have a why, doesn't have a reason. Just a floating body. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. You see where I'm trying to get to with this? Read this. Just write down a goal and read it to yourself and see how it sounds. If you're a professional time waster, write it down and read it to yourself. And if you're okay with that, hey, as long as you know that's your goal, at least you're not lying to yourself. But don't go saying, you want to do this, and that. Because that's where you got to test yourself. And how do you do that? About once a week, you lock yourself in the bathroom, you look yourself in the mirror, you ask yourself, what are my goals? And be honest with yourself. And now you say, what are my habits? If they're not lining up and meeting each other somewhere around the middle, it's just procrastinating. You're lying to yourself. You're living in a false illusion of reality. So, I made this video too long. I hope somebody got some quality out of it. I know a lot of you guys probably don't even want to hear this kind of stuff, but hopefully it touches somebody and motivates and wakes somebody up and make them do better. And just, 3 years, 5 years, they'll be a very successful person with health, wealth, happiness, spirituality, anything. Your happiness, your belief of happiness is whatever you make yourself believe. There's some people there, living in third world countries, extremely poor, but they're extremely happy. So their perception of their belief is whatever they make themselves believe. Think about that. Just because somebody else's perception of their belief is that, don't mean yours have to be the same. You can change that. You can change that thought around. But anyways, y'all have a good day. Peace.